Good morning, students. Today we will discuss next topic of derivative, that is derivative of functions in parametric form. Which form we will discuss? Parametric forms. Parametric forms. In previous exercises, we have discussed the functions which are explicit functions, implicit functions, how to get the derivative of those functions. But today we will discuss topic that is parametric forms. Parametric form means suppose question is not written in x or y. It is written as x and y both are in another variable. Maybe it is in a t variable, whether it is in a theta variable. So how to get the derivative of the function when x and y both are written in a third parameter. Suppose here is a x function which is suppose written as a parameter t, and y is also written in the form of suppose it is gt. Okay, x and y both are written in another variable, that is t. X is in t, y is in t, but you want to find out dy upon dx. Then how to find out dy upon dx if x and y both are in the third parameter? Then you have to apply the formula, that is dy upon dx equal to, as it is written in your NCERT, it is g dash t upon y dash t. What's the meaning of this? It means dy upon dt upon dx upon dt, that will give you dy upon dx. I think it is clear now, where you have to remember always f dash t is not equal to 0, or you can say dx upon dt is not equal to 0, where you have to remember it, where dx upon dt is not equal to 0. As you know, if it is 0, it means it is not defined. Function will be not defined. You can't divide by 0. Or I have said you f dash t is not equal to 0. This one or this one. Both ways are here written. You have to remember denominator should not be equal to 0. Okay. Now, here are few examples to do questions. Let's do examples. Example number 34 in the NCERT. Example number 34 of NCERT. Here you have to find out dy upon dx. It means dy upon dx you have to find out what is given. X is given is equal to a cos theta, and y is given to you a sine theta. It means what? Both cos and sine are in theta here, and x and y, it means, are written in the third variable. That variable is theta. Now here you have to find out dx upon d theta. A is constant, and what is the derivative of cos theta? With respect to theta you are going on, with respect to theta. So what you are getting? Cos theta is minus sine theta. Now what is dy upon d theta? That will be equal to a, as it is. The derivative of sine theta is cos theta. As you know, a is constant. Okay. Now dy upon dx, I have told you what is the formula. Dy upon variable, third variable is theta. So d theta and dx upon d theta. Put the value. That will be a cos theta upon minus of a sine theta. A is cancelled with this, and you're getting minus of cot theta. This is the answer. dy upon dx is equal to minus cot theta. Now next example number 35. In example number 35, you have to calculate dy upon dx. What is written? X in the parameter t. X is equal to a t square. A t square. And y is equal to 2at. Now I think it's easy to get dy upon dx. As you know, what is dx upon dt? Dx upon dt will be equal to what? Dx upon dt will be equal to a is constant as it is and t square means 2t. What is dy upon dt? That is equal to 2a into 1. It means dy upon dx will be equal to what? Dy upon dt, that is 2a, and dx upon dt is 2a into t. What you will get? 1 upon t. You will get answer 1 upon t. I think you can do the question. Example number 35. Okay. Now come to the example number 36. Example number 36. Now you have to find out again dy upon dx. What is given? X is equal to, in the parametric form, x is a into theta plus sine theta. Third parameter is here theta. And what is y? Y is equal to a into 1 minus cos theta. Now you have to find out dy upon dx. First of all, you have to get formula is what? What is the formula? Dy upon dx is equal to dy upon d theta upon dx upon d theta. Okay, you have to put the value. First of all, dx upon d theta you have to calculate. A is constant outside. The derivative of theta with respect to theta is 1. Plus sine theta, derivative is cos of theta. This is the derivative dx upon d theta. Now what is dy upon d theta? That is a into derivative of 1 is 0 and minus of minus sine theta. So what? If you put the value here, dy upon dx will be equal to a into minus into minus plus a sine theta upon a into 1 plus cos theta. A is cancelled by this. What you are getting? Sine theta upon 1 plus cos theta. Sometimes students leave the question here, but you can simplify it further by using the trigonometric formula. What is the formula of sine theta? That is 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2. I think you have remembered it. 1 plus cos theta, that is 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 is cancelled by this 2. 1 power is cancelled by cos theta by 2. What you are getting? 2 by 2. What you are getting? Sine theta by 2 upon cos theta by 2. That is tangent theta upon 2. This is the answer of the example number 36. Now come to the example number 37. In example number 37, you can do this question directly But this is given in the exercise parametric form. That's why it is done by using parametric form. Otherwise, you can do this question directly also. 37. Question is find dy upon dx. Dy upon dx you have to find out. And given is x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3 is equal to a to the power 2 by 3. Suppose we do it directly or by using parametric form. Both we will discuss here. If we do by using parametric form, then you have to take here on x is equal to, let x is equal to a cos cube theta and y will be equal to a sine cube theta. When you put x and y, these values in this equation, you will get left and right, both sides are equal. It means what? This is the parametric form of equation, given equation. You have to take x is equal to a cos cube theta and y is equal to a sine cube theta. If you get the derivative of this dx upon d theta, you will get a as it is, the derivative of cos cube theta. It is 3 cos square theta into derivative of cos theta is minus sine theta. It means I have to put here minus sine and into sine theta. This is the derivative of dx upon d theta. What is the derivative of dy upon d theta? Will be equal to a as it is into 3 sine square theta. First of all, solve the power, then chain rule. Sine theta derivative is cos of theta. Now, what is dy upon dx? Put the values of dy upon dx. Dy upon dx is the value. You can do it on next page. Okay. That is dy upon dx. As you know, the formula is dy upon dx is equal to dy upon d theta upon dx upon d theta. The values are, from previous page you can find 3a sine square theta cos theta upon minus 3a cos square theta into sine theta. What you will get? That you will get minus of tangent theta. I think solve the powers. You can cancel the powers. You will get, these are cancelled, minus of tangent theta. Or what is tangent theta? The value of tangent theta. Higher, you know, I will just write down here. As you know, x is equal to a cos cube theta and y is equal to a sine cube theta. What is tangent theta? If I divide y by x, I will get tangent cube theta. I will get tangent cube theta. What is the value of tangent theta from here? That is, you can take cube root both side, y upon x. So what you can write, the answer is minus of cube root of y upon x, because question is in x, that's and y, the answer should be in x and y. Like this you can do the question. Okay, if you do it directly, suppose you do it directly, then same example number 37. If you do it directly, then you can do the question like this: x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3 is equal to a to the power 2 by 3. This is a statement. If you do directly, it means 2 by 3 power x to the power 2 by 3 minus 1 plus 2 by 3 y to the power 2 by 3 minus 1, and y is not x because you are doing derivative with respect to x. So what? And right hand side is constant equal to 0. If you transpose the statement, whole statement, then you will get dy upon dx will be equal to minus of cube root of y upon x. That same answer is there when you simplify it. Okay. Now this is the exercise 5.6. Do exercise 5.6 by using this concept. 5.6, sorry. Do this exercise 5.6. Further, if you differentiate the function second time. Now I have to discuss now further exercise 5.7. Second order derivative concept I am discussing further. Second order derivative which is exercise 5.7. Okay, I will discuss this exercise. Second order derivative means what? You know how to get the first order derivative. First derivative you know how to calculate. Further, if you differentiate the function, if you differentiate the function dy upon dx, then you will get the second order derivative of the function. It means what? If suppose I am just taking the example number 38. You will understand by example easily. You have to find out second derivative. Now second derivative, how to write down the second derivative? First derivative is dy upon dx. The second derivative will be written like this. This way there is to write the second derivative. If I write d square y upon dx square, देखो square कहाँ लग रहा है? You have to check it. You have to find out second derivative. This means second derivative, second order derivative. If it is written y is equal to x cube plus tangent x. Now you know when you differentiate this function with respect to x, what you will get? Dy upon dx is equal to 3x square, and the derivative of tangent x is secant square x. Now I have differentiated directly because I know now you have knowledge of the formula. Now if I differentiate it again differentiation take place, again differentiate it, then you will write it like this: d square y upon dx square. Then the derivative of this derivative, first derivative function, that is what? 3 as it is. The derivative of x square is 2x. Now secant square x. First of all, you have to solve the power. 2 secant x. Now chain rule, apply the chain rule. The derivative of secant x is secant x into tangent x. What you will get? 6x plus 2 into secant square x into tangent x. This is the answer if you find second derivative of the given function. Let's do few more questions. Let's do example number 39. Example number 39. Here you have to find out function is given here. Y is equal to a sin x plus b cos x. Here in this question you have to prove second derivative plus y equal to 0. Sometimes the second derivative, you have to know about it also. Second derivative sometimes written y double dash, because single derivative is y dash, so double derivative will be y double dash. So it may be written like this, like equal to 0. You have to prove it. Now what is the first derivative with respect to x? When you differentiate it, y dash will be equal to a is constant, the derivative of sin x is cos x, plus b as it is constant, and the derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Now y dash a cos x minus b sin x. Now you have to find out derivative, second derivative. Again, with respect to x, you have to differentiate. Y double dash a is constant, cos x is minus sin x, like this, and minus b sin x means cos x. Or you can see here, if I take minus sign common from here, you will get a sin x plus b cos x. What is this? This is equal to y. So you can write this like this, y double dash minus of y. If I shift to the left hand side this y, then you will get y double dash plus y equal to 0. This is hence proved. Okay, I can do the question like this. Sometimes you can do the question like this. Suppose you don't know how to get this y. Just you get y double dash and you get y dash. Put the value of y double dash here and the value of y here and simplify it. You will get 0 is equal to 0. You can do like this also, by putting the values of y, second derivative and y. Now next question is example number 40. Example number 40, that is y is equal to 3 e to the power 2x plus 2 e to the power 3x. Now you have to prove that second derivative y double dash minus 5 times of first derivative plus 6 times of function y is equal to 0. Now what is y dash when you are differentiating with respect to x? Y dash is equal to 3 as it is. The derivative of e to the power t is e to the power t into derivative of 2x, that is 2, plus 2 as it is, e to the power 3x as it is, the derivative of 3x is 3. Now you are getting 6 e to the power 2x plus 6 e to the power 3x. Okay. Now we can take 6 common from here. If you take 6 common from here, you will get e to the power 2x plus e to the power 3x. Now what is the second derivative? 6 as it is, taking outside, the derivative of e to the power x is 2 into e to the power 2x. 3 into e to the power 3x. You will get like this. Now you have to put the values of second derivative and first derivative and y in the equation. This is in this equation in left hand side. When you put the values in the left hand side, what you will get? You will get this statement becomes, that is y double dash is 6 to the 12 e to the power 2x plus 18 e to the power 3x minus 5 times of y dash. 5 times means 30. 6 into 5, 30. This comes out 30 e to the power 2x minus 30 e to the power 3x plus 6 times of y. 6 3s are 18 e to the power 2x, 6 to 12 e to the power 3x. This is a left hand side. You can simplify it, 18 plus 12, 30 and cancelled. What you are getting? 0 is equal to 0. Left and right sides are equal. You can cancel them. 18, these are all cancelled. 0 is equal to 0. Now come to the example number 41. Example number 41. Example number 41 is y is equal to sine inverse x function is given. Then you have to show 1 minus x square into second derivative minus x times of derivative first equal to 0. Now we have to prove it. So let's do derivative y with respect to x. Y dash is equal to the derivative of sine inverse x is 1 upon under the root 1 minus x square. Okay. In this question, you can do this question by two ways. If I square the question at this place of when I get the first derivative, then this question becomes easier. So squaring both sides, if I transpose a statement like this, suppose y dash into root 1 minus x square is equal to 1, squaring both sides, squaring both sides, but you will get y dash square, this is 1 minus x square is equal to 1. Okay. Now differentiate the function by applying product rule. Y dash differentiating with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. What you will get? Y dash square as it is, the derivative of 1 minus x square is minus 2x plus 1 minus x square as it is into 2 times of y dash, and the derivative y dash is y double dash equal to 0. Now simplify it. When you take y dash common from here and 2 as 2 into y dash, when you take common, what you will get? Minus x y dash, x y dash, and from here you will get plus 1 minus x square into second derivative equal to 0. Now y dash is not equal to 0. Product of these two functions is given to you. So what? Second one bracket will be equal to 0. Let's do on next page. Yes, you will get what? When you shift the statement, negative sign will be merged. 1 minus x square, second derivative, minus x times of first derivative will be equal to 0. This is the answer. This is the answer of the example number 41. Now you can do exercise 5.7. Now do exercise 5.7 also. Two exercises we have discussed today, 5.6 and 5.7. You have to do these two exercises. Next further we will do important questions of miscellaneous, examples of miscellaneous in next lecture. Complete your work of these two exercises. Thank you. Have a nice day, knowledgeable day.